Hello and good morning, students. I welcome you back to the online teaching session of Class 8 English Grammar. Today, in this online session, we shall begin with new topic number 5, models. If you open your textbook, you will find the same topic on page number 44, which is all about models. Before we start discussing in detail about models, let us see there are some images given in the textbook. I'll read out each and every conversation. You have to just concentrate in textbook, and then we shall discuss in detail about models, its definition and different types of models. Without wasting your time, let us come on page number 44, where you will find conversation, right? If you look at the very first image, GT, you must fix the other pole first. Here the conversation is in between GT and his friend. Oh, I can do that. In next picture, you will find you ought to fix more pegs first. Okay. Ha ha ha. Shouldn't you make the ropes tighter? I will do that. So these are, the words. If you look at here in the picture, there are some words which are in bold format. Italic words which are bold are the best examples of models which we are going to discuss today in detail. So all these words which are in bold letters are the best examples of models which we are going to study today, right? Before we start discussing, again here I must bring your concentration towards the definition of model, right? Let us see the definition of model. You can just see on blackboard. Verbs such as must, can, may, ought to, should, will, etc. that are used to express necessity. See, necessity. These verbs express necessity, right? Possibility, permission, and intention are called modal verbs. In short, the verbs such as must, can, may, ought to, should, will, etc. that are used to express necessity, possibility, permission, intention, etc. are called modal verbs, which are, given there in your textbook. Even if you look at in textbook, you will find those all important verbs which are the best examples of modals, right? They are auxiliary verbs. Modals are also known, also called auxiliary verbs, and so they are called modal auxiliary verbs, as I have written over here. They are the auxiliary verbs, and so they are also called modal auxiliary verbs. That's all about modals and the definition of modals, right? If you look at in textbook, again you will find there are several modal auxiliary verbs in English language, in English grammar, which we are supposed to study in this online session. They are can, could, as I have just mentioned over here. Can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, ought to, dare, need, used to, etc. These all are the modal auxiliary verbs in English. Okay? Modal auxiliary verbs are used to express different shades of meaning of the main verb. They have their different functions. If you study grammar in detail, then all those modal auxiliaries are having their different function, different meaning of the main verb. The mood and attitude of the speaker, they are used to show ability. Okay, ability, possibility, you can say, to give or seek permission, make suggestions, give advice, make polite request, wishes, promises, etc. These are the various functions of modals in English, right? Before we go to discuss new topic, here there are some sentences given on page number 45. You have to study these sentences, observe the role of the main verb and the modal auxiliary verbs play. You have to observe each and every, what you call, modal or the main verbs, modal auxiliaries, and the role of modal auxiliary, right? If you look at the very first sentence, there are some words which are underlined. You have to find out the main verbs and the modal auxiliary verbs and their role in those sentences. Look at the very first sentence. I can do this exercise now. Can. What is the function of can that you have to find? Next to that, last year I could not do such exercises. Do. Third, I may go to New Zealand next month. Fourth, would you please help me? Help. Fifth, mother might come here tomorrow. Come. Sixth, she should go for walks every day. Go. Seventh, will it help her? Will it help her backache? Help. She must remain physically active. Remain. Ninth, I ought to tell her this piece of news. Tell. And last one, I would never hurt you. So you have to observe all those underlined words and go for its function. As it is mentioned there in the question, study these sentences, observe the role the main verbs and the modal auxiliary verbs play. You have to observe the role of main verbs, at the same time modal auxiliary verb in all those 10 different sentences. Okay, let us see one exercise is there. Read the following sentences and underline the modal auxiliaries and circle the main verbs. The first one has been done as an example. With the help of first example, you have to attempt next all 10 examples. This is for you all. You have to do it on your own at home. Okay, if you have any difficulty, doubt, do ask me. I will definitely help you. Now we are going to discuss a very new topic, that is ability and possibility. There are some modal verbs which are used to show modal what you call ability and possibility. If you look at here, ability and possibility, there are 3 different modal verbs which show ability and possibility. They are can, could, and able to, which we are going to discuss in detail in this online session, right? First, look at can. These words can be used to show ability, right? As I have just mentioned, ability, or you can say possibility. These all words, can, could, able to, show what? Ability, right? Or possibility. The very first, can. Can is used in present and future time. The first modal verb, can, which can be used in present as well as in future time, right? At the same time, could, which is used in past, present, even future time. We can have example of each one of them. First, I can dance very well. Here the modal verb can shows what? Ability. I can dance very well. It's our ability, okay, to dance. So here can shows ability, that is in present tense. I can dance very well. Then the next example, the dam can, or you can use could, break The dam can or could break anytime. Here, can or could shows possibility, that is in future tense. There is a possibility to break the dam at any time. So we have used here can or could. Those two modal auxiliaries can be used in future tense. Can, otherwise could. The next very important example, if you look at here in textbook, you will find I could walk 5 kilometers at a stretch when I was a boy. Again, could walk, that is what? Ability, but in past tense. Could walk 5 kilometers. Fourth example, if you see in textbook, it is only 5 o'clock, so we could drive up the hill to the sunset point. Again, could drive shows possibility, but in present tense. Don't forget, don't get confused in the tenses. Can, could, or able to, right? The third one, if you look at there again in textbook, we use able to, that is be able to, in the present, past, and future time. In all three tenses, all these modal verbs, I must, tell you all that all these modal verbs which we are discussing now can be used all three different tenses, means past, present, and future, right? There is no limitation of tenses. We use be able to in the present, past, and future time. Let us see example number 1. Look, I am not limping anymore. I am able to walk properly now. Yesterday, I was not able to walk even a short distance. Here, able to. If you look at there in this sentence, able to walk shows what? Again, ability, or you can say possibility, right? Second example, I am sure she will be able to complete the work tomorrow. Again, here, will be able to, that is in future tense. And the first example is given in present tense. Will be able to complete shows ability or possibility, which we are discussing in chapter 5, that is all about modal verbs or auxiliary verbs, right? Again, here you have one exercise A. Just now I have told you to complete on your own. Try to attempt all those sentences. If not, ask me. I will definitely help you. Again, in exercise B, if you look at there in textbook on page number 45, can you do the activities mentioned below? Make sentences in each case as shown in the example. Number 1 is done for you. Bake a cake. Let us see. I can bake a cake. My sister cannot bake a cake. So with the help of this sentence, you have to form new sentences as it is mentioned there in exercise B, right? So that's all for now. Next topic, may, might, could will be discussed in my next online session. Till then, you try to complete all those 2 different exercises. Okay? Keep learning, keep watching, keep studying. Thank you very much. Have a good day.